Say, please.
Okay, so welcome to Kasambu 256. Here we say Twatani said da. Today it's a bit sunny and we thank God we have been able to come to the beginning of the day. Bugumuli chali nyingi, tuine bugumulinji about LC1s. Today we are about to bring LC1s here. One of our guy that is contesting for LC1 is going to be here, so be ready to watch him and hear his principles and how it's going to change Sunday. Remember, we are in Sunday. We said Sunday is going to go higher and higher. Your plan jetulina as the people in Sunday. We say Sunday, you know the good thing about Sunday, you don't need to go to town to buy a few things, you find them here. There's a few things that you would say you don't have in Sunday, but most of the things tubiri now. So welcome to Kasambu 256 here tugamba twatandise there's a lot happening. There's so many informations that I want to share with you, but today I don't want to go into that. Today I came with someone who is very humble, down to earth, informative, someone who is persistent, royal. All these caps is on this guy. He puts on so many caps, and I wonder how he gets time to put them on, and he's holding so much that he's going to share with us. So you are welcome today. My name is Kasamvu Paul Shadrach, and today I am with the most important guy of the day. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. So what is your name, sir? I would like to know before we go into what is your name, what is your status, what do you do, and then we go on.
My name is Morris. Thank you very much for inviting me to Kasango 256.
You're welcome.
I am very grateful and humbled, to be part of you. And I've been hearing so much about Kasango 256. And I thank God that I've gotten an opportunity to be on this platform as well. And we just speak about a few things that pertains to life and godliness.
Yes.
My name is Morris Oluit, married to one wife all the time. Her name is Gamal. Yes. I tell why not. Proud of my wife, been 16 years down the road, married. And Mukama Mulunji, he has blessed us with 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. And we're excited to be serving God and seeing how best we can be a blessing to the community as well.
Yes, you are. Like I said, ono omusajja ffe tulina bye tumulabirako abamu ku ffe twakatambula emyaka 3 gyokka.
Really?
Hey, the guy is in 16 years. So when we get time, we shall talk about that sector. I understand that you might have enough experience to tell me this is this, this is that, this is this, this is that. When you allow, we were supposed to meet, I think, 2 weeks back.
Yeah, true.
But as you know, life keeps, driving us in different directions. So you find yourself deflected in another position and you can't make it where you have to make it. You find yourself in another area and then you're like, oh, we're supposed to meet with you, but I tried to call your number. I don't know why I have so many numbers of yours.
Mine, you tell us.
Sikulimba, I tried your number. Gegamba teriku. I have like 2 numbers. Ni trying in the naye gamba teriku ni number. Is everything okay? But let me go on WhatsApp. Kati ku WhatsApp ate nga bituuka. Ne ngamba wanteekamu ka kodi wangoba.
Ate nga kulaki nkugoba.
Simanyi omanyi I have a session here on Kasam 256. It's called Friends We Had, Friends We Lost.
Yes.
And we narrate about different topics about friendship, how to keep friendship, how you can lose it, the friends you have lost, the importance and values they added to you versus those you have. So we are trying to see how we'll. But today, we are not going into that, as you know. Today, the reason why I'm here with Mr. Mo, I like calling Mr. Mo because he has more to share. Yeah? and is one of the people that has rooted me into understanding realities of life. I hold in high regards if you don't know, sir.
Honored, sir.
Yes, so we met in a faculty or an organization that he's still into, and an organization of prayer which we call MOV,
Men of Valor.
Men of Valor.
Hey.
Men of Valor is a section in. You need to tell me about it. I might misfire when I'm explaining it. What is MOV?
Thank you. I fellowship, or we fellowship from Watoto Church.
Yes,
and we are so honored that the vision bearer, that's Pastor Gary Skinner, gave us an opportunity to have different groupings within the church. You being part of Watoto, meaning you're not only doing life alone.
Yeah.
And our biggest DNA as Watoto is selves. So as part of self, God has blessed us that we have different groups. One, we have what we call sisterhood for the ladies, whereby they meet, they talk about ladies things, and they encourage one another and all these things. And then also the counterattack of sisterhood is the men of valor. God has also blessed us with the men in Watoto to see that we raise up men who are of substance to this nation, and to the world as whole, in general. So, Men of Valor is part of the men's ministry in Watoto. That brings out all the different men, try as much as possible to make sure these men walk in the stature of God. Try to say that these men, we support one another. We see how best can we support you, how best, and it's not actually even the married men only, even the men who are the single men as well, and even the campusers as well. Once you call yourself a man, you qualify to be MOV, that is Men of Valor.
Okay.
And these were men of mighty works. So God has called us to be part of that, and that is where we met. We met in one of the small groupings in Chiwango, in Bukerere.
Yes. So yeah, Mr. Mo has been in the foundation for quite a long, and he has been in organizations for quite a long. And today I want us to concentrate on his organization that he's working with. We call it a foundation, or we can call it an organization. What is the best word?
Both.
They can be both. You see, I want to be very what is it called? Intentional.
True.
I don't want to use words that they can be used against me in the time to come. So Mr. Mo,
safe. We don't have basement. We are safe.
So Mr. Mo is working with a foundation, and they're working towards educating people about cancer, and he's going to pass us through the streamlines of cancer, the foundation that he's working with, and what exactly his foundation is about, as we look into the prior information that is going to give us of the future plans that they have as the organization. So, Mr. Mo, leaving alone the foundation of Watoto that we have made, I want us to concentrate on the cause that God has called you to do.
True.
And so, when we've been having a discussion in time as it's been coming in, and we've been having this discussion about support, yeah, then something keeps coming to my mind. But before I ask you that question, I would like to know, what are you working with exactly? Because I see the shirt. Yeah, I see the shirt. I see the
My
shirt.
shirt.
Yes.
I'm a breast cancer. Sorry, I'm a breast guardian.
Your breast guardian. So the shirt has breast guardian. So Mr. Mo.
Yes, sir.
I know you have a foundation. So pass us through this foundation. What is it about? What exactly is the cause of this foundation?
Amen. Thank you very much. In 2016, when my contract ended with Watoto Church, I was working as an administrator in one of the branches. I kept asking God, what exactly do you want me to do? Being that I've worked in church for about 5 years, actually it was 5 coming to 6 years, and so many things Like I learned so many things with Watoto, how to care for the very vulnerable, because as Watoto, we care for the vulnerable women in the community as well. We have the Watoto children as well, and we have and still going back to the cell system, we actually told that for us to have a healthy cell system, we have to have a marriage fellowship, MOV. We have to have a poor Muslim family. We adopt a poor Muslim family. We have to also sponsor a child as well. So all this indoctrinated me to a level whereby at the time when my service as Watoto was coming to an end, that is in 2016, what happened is I kept asking God, what do you want me to do? I've served here for this years or 5 years. You know, being 5 years locked up in an organization, that your only day off is the weirdest day. It's a Monday. While people are going to work for you, you're taking time off to sleep. So what happened was I had lost friends because all my life was rotating around church. And church is basically serving God. Tuesday, you're in for administrators meeting. Wednesday, you have a team meeting at your branch. Thursday, there is Bible study. Friday, you have marriage fellowship in the evening. Saturday, you have a wedding or you have other events at the church. Sunday, it's a no-go area. You have 3 services and you have to organize them. And you're the lead, being a church administrator. You are the tail end of everything. So that alone made me to lose out on hobbies and different friends and different kind of people that were attached to me. Reason being that my life was rotating around church for 5-6 years.
Yeah.
So what happened? There I was, and I kept thinking, now, God, please speak to me. I want to know what exactly you want me to do. Then lo and behold, lo and behold, the Lord told me, go and support my children that are suffering with cancer. I had no idea. My mind I've never lost anyone to cancer. I don't even see how a cancer patient looks like. And all these things were in my head. I was like, wow, what do you want me to do? So here I am going the cancer world. I remember calling one of my sister friends called Nyamera Fina. She's one of our volunteers. And I asked her, but you know what? I want to meet you. We met at National Theatre, and I told her what the Lord has spoken to me and what I was and what I wanted to know, how far I can go with it. And she was like, no, Maurice, why can't we take time and we go to Uganda Cancer Institute and we see exactly, maybe we can pick up a leaf of what is there. I was like, now, Uganda Cancer Institute, I tell you where is that? I don't know where Uganda Cancer Institute is. But of course, we used to do what we call hospital visits. That is still under Watoto. We would go as part of our assignment for a week. That was the time when I was studying discipleship class, whereby you'd go. One of the activities was you go to the hospital, do hospital visits, pray for the patients, speak the word of hope to them. If you have something small, go and bless them. And then you see how best you can do what you can take this on. So I had a glimpse of, I know Mulago where it is, but I don't know where Uganda Cancer Institute is. So she said to me, no, I had a friend who was there, but the friend passed on, but we could still go, we can't get lost. So it was a Friday like today, and off we went. We went to Uganda Cancer Institute. I reached there, of course, being an administrator, I knew the first entry point in an organization is the reception. So that's when I get to Uganda Cancer Institute. And there I was at the reception, and I asked the receptionist, I'm like, yes. We introduced ourselves. After introducing ourselves, and we told them what God has told us to do and where we are coming from, being Watoto. And God has called me to come and support his people who are suffering from cancer. And that is where my journey started from. So fast forward, she took me to the administrator, and we talked at length about cancer. He gave us a brief. And then later he sends me to the public relations officer. That is Madame Christine, Namulindwa. And I was like, okay. Then she took me through, yes, said, now you've come, but you see, cancer is very complex. Like she took me through, gave me a brochure, sent also gave me the website, go and check out what we do. I want you to sit back and think what exactly you want to do because it's complex. We have the patients. And at that time, I want to thank the Dr. Oriem Jackson, the executive director of Uganda Cancer Institute, who has done so well and a lot of work to see that these patients are really cared for. At that time, the patients, each time you go to Mulago, you would find people with the basins, people with the buckets, people with the beddings, people with the children, and you're confused. You're like, are these people traveling? Have they come to get something? Then they go away? Because people were sleeping on the veranda. And that is where, next to that building called Fred Hatch, that's where the people were sleeping on the veranda. And once it rains, these guys are there. Come day, come night, these guys are there. Then she told me, look, Morris, you see all these people? They are all here from different parts of the country, and they're looking for medical assistance. So we need to go and do one. There's need for one sensitization in terms of awareness. People need to know what cancer is because there's little information out there about cancer. Two, these people also needs accommodation. Now they are also here, and we have limited spaces. The beds are full. Now this is an overflow of people who are now sleeping out. Wow, my heart broke and I even cried. And I asked God, so this is where you have sent me to come and come. Wow, I have seen this. Now, having that background, that is how I happen to be part of cancer. And then, of course, fast forward, I met a friend. There's a way how God connects you to different people as you choose to obey His word. So I went on one of those evenings because what I would do, I would wake up in the morning, I just go to Uganda Cancer Institute, get a 2, 3, 4 people, and just hold hands and pray. Pray with them. Sometimes I would go like in the evening when now they have settled down, because what will happen is during daytime the offices are open and people are there working. So these people who are sleeping on the veranda need to leave space for people who are entering office. So what would happen once these guys are done with the day's work, once they have closed their doors, people rush to get that footsteps at the office.
To get a position
where they will just put a cardboard down. Some of them who don't have mattresses, and get a blanket and cover themselves and sleep.
To cover themselves from rain in case it rains in the
now. That is during the evening hours. Once it's a sunny day, day and night, they're excited because they know at that point there are less mosquitoes. At that point there are less, like there's no disturbance. You will sleep comfortably. Now, once it rains during rainy seasons, they would first get these black buveras. They're called, I think in the building term, they call them the DPCs. They first put them down. After putting the DPC down, then they put the cardboard on it, and then they sleep, and then they cover themselves. So meaning the DPC should be bigger enough to cover you twice.
Yes.
So that once it rains, the rain simply flow from top and bottom and doesn't make them wet.
That is happening in the country here.
That is what was happening at that time in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019 there. So that's why I was telling you that I thank Dr. James Oriem, the Uganda Cancer Institute Executive Director. He has been such a blessing to this nation. So what happens, fast forward, when I meet one of my friends, it's called Samson Bute. Samson Bute, I knew he was in a cancer section, but I didn't know what exactly he was doing. Yes. So he bumps into me, I'm sloping down, he's going up, and I'm like, Morris, what are you doing here? I'm like, man, I'm here trying to see how best I can get my feet in this. It's like, have you thought about coming to Cancer Charity Foundation? And you see what exactly we do? Like, okay, wait a minute. Uganda Cancer Institute, Cancer Charity Foundation, how is it linked? So he tells me, no, actually, we are heading to Uganda Cancer Institute as for your coming out.
So pause it right there before we go into. There's something you mentioned about, I don't know, did you call it categories of cancer? Before you go deeper into that, the categories of cancer, I could you break it down for me? Which kind of cancer are we actually talking about when you say categories?
Okay, cancer. I think I don't want to say categories per se. But I think that I think I'll call them types. Fine, categories might also be there. Of course, one, we have what they call breast cancer. Breast cancer, of course, affects people with the breasts.
Oh,
and that is one. The ladies, and even of late, the men are also suffering from breast cancer.
No way.
Yes, I have a friend. May he rest in peace.
Oh,
he died of breast cancer. I think about approximately about a year ago. No, but not even a year. About 6, 7, 8, 9 months. She actually lives. He lived in Sonde, and in our area called here, and the husband, that's the husband, and the wife is called Tracy. No, Treasure. Yes, Treasure. What happened? I got to know him towards the time of his death. It's unfortunate that we didn't do so much touch basing and stuff like that. I bumped into one of those. You know how you go on people's statuses, and then you bump into someone saying we are fundraising for this and this and this. And I was like, wait a minute, don't I know this person? So when I contacted my friend, because how did they know Treasure? I knew Treasure from a friend of mine who does shuttle businesses. So he transports children to school, back and forth from different schools. So, and we have been talking, but she was not like, so my friend. But because of my other friend, that is Alex. So who introduced me to her, because at some point she wanted another additional shuttle, another car to add on her fleet of cars. So then, of course, that's when we had a discussion and stuff like that. So fast forward, I see it on her status, and I'm like, wait a minute, who is this person? Like, my husband. I'm like, okay, what's wrong with him? And the guy was looking small. Then fast forward, he tells me, my husband is not well, but we are managing. Corporate world, we are managing. So we are trying to see how best we can get funding to just make sure that we give him better medication. And I said, wow, okay, that is fine. So I also sent in my contribution, but she didn't break it down and say exactly what was the disease.
Kumbe the guy also has.
Then yes, then I kept, then afterwards we kept in touch. At some point, she called me and she's like, "Hey Morris, I understand you're into cancer." I'm like, "Yes." It's like, I would like you to do what? We have been referred to Uganda Cancer Institute, and I need a doctor who can help me because my husband feels pain around the chest areas. And now some of these pains are telling me that they are more or less going to do, actually they are more or less, actually is more or less experiencing organic failure.
So before, when you saw that on the status, she had not said that cancer.
I think you know how you go on people's statuses and sometimes you're in a hurry to do certain things. Like you're not like very, very keen.
Yeah, you didn't get into details to know.
So I just saw and he told me my husband, but I didn't get like full information. What cancer is? Is it cancer? Is it what? So you know, like how you ask because someone is your friend, So the best thing is you just want to give in support and just do a follow-up. And sometimes we go and set ourselves either we are bored or you're waiting for someone who is giving you a call or something of the sort. So like it's until maybe when you go into total how they call it, details of certain things. So that's when I got this guy had cancer, and boom. So we tried as much as possible to keep in touch. Now the week I was supposed to pay him a visit is the week I also lost another friend.
The same.
Yes. So when I went for burying the other person, after coming back from burial, that's when they tell me he has passed on. Now that was crazy. Of course, later on, I followed after, and I followed through, and was told it was breast cancer and stuff like that, and there you go. So now may his soul rest in peace, and may God continue to comfort the family as well, because he left behind a daughter and a very young wife. Because they were all young, like 30s, mid-30s, all of them. Now just imagine.
You mean cancer is even reaching to that age? And
so what are you talking about? Cancer is actually when let me take you back. Now when I got into 2016, when I started now the journey of cancer, that's when I meet another friend called Florence Masaba. Now Florence Masaba, her mother actually worked with my mom at KCCA, Iswa. And they were good friends. Now the mother was a senior nursing assistant, and my mom is a nursing assistant. Now, all these people, since we were all around that medical field, and for me, I did do medicine. I did business administration. But this is what now God has finally called me to come and support. So when I met her, and I was like, Florence, yes. So we talked at length. She's like, Morris, you need to meet someone. I'm like, I tell who? I meet a baby who has cancer. I was like, no,
baby.
I met Jaden when he was 4 years, turning 5. And at that point, Jaden was undergoing chemotherapy. What is chemotherapy? That's when they induce you. There are two things. There's radiotherapy, whereby they take you under a machine and they try to burn out the cancer cells.
That is called radiotherapy.
That's radiotherapy.
Yeah.
And then now the chemo is when they do, I'll call it a layman's language. They induce you using a drip. So they put in as much medicine as possible for you to go through the process to see how best it can help you out. So Jaden was undergoing chemotherapy
at that age,
and Jaden had it was a kidney cancer, and actually at that point they had removed off one kidney
already.
Yes, and they were doing this from Aga Khan Hospital in Nairobi. Now that's when my heart broke. I was like, how can a 4-year-old turning 5 go through this? But miraculously, Barbara, who is the mother, fought so hard for this child. Fought so hard to a point where, of course, I didn't happen to meet the father, because the father was always busy trying to look for money to fund the medical thing. And that's what I'm also going to thank families that work together, that cooperate in certain things. We have had situations and scenarios where the women are left to battle with their child, and the man is nowhere to be seen. And that's why I told you from the word go that MOV, we are trying as much as possible to get men who are responsible, because we are called the priests in our home. Men who are responsible to see that we hold up our responsibilities as men, and we stand firm, one, for our families, and 2, for God, because the first ministry that we have to do is the ministry of our families. Leave alone these things of pastors telling you stories of now you see the other ministry is better than this one, or so must you stay home, must you stay home and take care of your family rather than seeing that you that rather than going to do what? Going to serve. No. My advice to men is let's man up and be responsible enough to see that we take care of our family financially, spiritually, mentally, morally. So I meet Barbara with this boy, and here she was. The boy is undergoing chemotherapy, and she was so heartbroken, like any other mother would be. You want your child to grow up now 4 years. The child should now be, I think, in about middle class, because they start at about 3. So 4, you're in middle class. 5, you're in top class. Now this child is still going to hospital,
skipping school.
so fast forward, you start walking the journey with her, of supporting her to see that she goes through the process. We'll just and guys, there's nothing big to support a cancer patient. Even in just your presence alone, the words that come out of you, the words of encouragement, hopes give this person hope. Because there are times when I would go to the hospital and you find a mother of about 65 years alone in the hospital. She has no helper at all. She will struggle and go to the hospital and go to the what and go to the ward, or to the OPD, that is the outpatient department, to get medication, and then come back and sleep on her bed.
The sick person.
The sick person.
Has no caretaker.
And when you ask,
Where is
where's your
everyone?
family?
Yes.
They're like, my family deserted me. Why? Because they think that I'm a curse. And it's still very, very disturbing up to now that people don't know certain things. When they see someone with cancer, they think this person is a curse.
We still have this kind of mentality.
And that is so and that is so annoying. It's so annoying because why would you disown your own and say, we don't need you. You're a curse to us.
Wow. So you were still touching us through those. So in the conversation, I've heard about the
true. Let me finish up with the Jaden.
Jaden.
So we started walking the journey together. I just told the mother, no, what, let's believe God. Let's pray. God is a God who answers prayers. And surely, as the Lord lives, we will see us through. Now she started getting hope. Hope started coming back. Would go to different functions, and we, more especially cancer related, and she would bring her child with her, and would hold hands, pray, encourage one another, and go. One evening, guess what?
Tell me.
She calls me. And she has been going back and forth. Nairobi, at some point she comes to Uganda Cancer Institute. But Uganda Cancer Institute had already referred her to go for sick of father. Because at that point, it was still a struggle. The Department of Cancer had just come up. And there was still so many things.
Was not, yes.
So it was still a struggle, and Dr. Riem was still trying to put things together. It was already there, but you see, building certain things is not simple.
It's a process.
So one evening she called me like, we are going for to just go a medical check, and we see what happens. So they go, they do a review, and miraculously the doctor tells her, but your cancer levels has reduced. They say the cancer cells have reduced. We are not actually seeing cancer cells in your body, in the body of the child. So fast forward, but they still encourage them to continue doing periodic checks. So this time round, she goes back to the second one. We are still believing God. This thing must go. She goes, she comes back. They're like, yes, the doctors are still giving me the same report, that they're not seeing cells, and they're wondering what is going on. Because under normal circumstances, the other kidney, number one kidney was removed. Now the other kidney, they could not remove it. Reason being, the other one, if they remove it, there's no life. So they either get a donor who donates so that they can remove off the other one, but which is also risky.
Still.
So the third test, he comes back and he calls me. I was actually going for sale. It was a Wednesday. And she's like, Uncle Morris, I have good news for you. I'm like, what is it? I'm not going to make it verbal. Let me text you. She sent me a WhatsApp message and told me my son is cancer free and I've given us a certificate. And I was like, wait a minute. Now that alone gave me courage to know that my prayers that I do, it's not in vain. And I'm not saying that when we pray, the people get healed instantly. No. For you to even get healed, it depends on the level of faith that you have. It's not that, because how many people have we laid hands and they have died?
Yes.
They are there. There are many. So fast forward, we have of course, there is the breast cancer. There is cervical cancer for the women. There is prostate cancer for men. Once you turn 45, you need to try as much as possible to keep doing periodic visit to the hospital. Look at your prostate. How is it doing? Is there any traces of cancer cells in them? And if it's there, what is there? What should we do? Then there's leukemia. Leukemia, that is blood cancer. Then, of course, there are other cancers that will come up, the throat cancer, the coldophocus. There is colonal cancer. All these things are there. All those are different categories, like you said, or even types of cancer that are there. There's brain cancer, like many.
Okay, so now the foundation comes in.
Yeah, fast forward, I go to Uganda Cancer, sorry, no, to Cancer Charity Foundation.
Yeah.
When I went there, my heart was also still broken, but I was a little comfortable. How? Cancer Charity Foundation started in about 2008. I remember me, I came to Uganda Cancer Institute in 2016. So they started in 2008 somewhere in Chevando. And it was just an idea of someone who also God spoke to him, like me, like go and support people with cancer. So the guy goes to the valley of Chevando and he gets a house. Like a 2-bedroom, like actually it was a one bedroom house, and with the rest of the other like a sitting room and whatever. And he starts taking care of the cancer patient. He goes to Uganda Cancer Institute. They registered him as a hostel, and here he was. He comes in and he gets patients. He takes care of cancer patients. How? He gives them accommodation, he gives them meals, he transports them to the hospital. And when they are done with their medical cycle, they go. If the person, they still bless the Lord and life continues. Then God bless them in another place in Bukoto. Now that is where I bump into. That's where now I go and visit them. When Samson had invited me, actually I met Samson and Patricia. They were two. Now Patricia was also she was part of Watoto. Actually, she's part of Watoto. Now Patricia was an administrator at the Boyogere branch, but the Boyogere by then it was KPC East Nambole. So, and she was the administrator for that place. So now here again, I'm meeting Patricia at cancer, and I'm like, no, wait a minute, what is this Watoto and cancer? And I'm not getting it. She's like, no, we just have a heart to serve. And I'm like, wow, okay. So now they invite me there. I go. I find them in a standalone home like this, and they had about 3 bedrooms. There was a boys' quarter, and all these places were occupied by cancer patients. And what were they doing? They were taking care of the cancer patients, giving them free meals, free accommodation, and they would transport them to and fro from the hospital. And then when they're done with their medical cycle, they will still continue the same thing from Chevando, and they would go. So from there, I told them I'm here too. I'm actually excited about this. Now I think I can rest going to Uganda Cancer Institute. I think I now find another family that I can support, I can maybe give my talent to. So fast forward, that is when I started my journey with cancer from there. Then 2019, one of those times, a friend of mine invites me and like, hey Munan, come, let us pray together. So we pray in one of those evenings on a Friday, and the friend tells me, never, God is telling me, but you need to start up your own thing. You stop supporting than just supporting. Start up. You have the vision, yours. You have this, and you follow. So I was like, wow, okay. But I told them, no, what? Let me wait on God. I took 3 days prayer fast. That's what they call Esther fast. Whereby, if you remember in the Bible how Esther fasted fasted when Haman was going to do away with the Jews. And then Mordecai, who was the uncle who was waiting, who has always been waiting at the gate, was more or less like a gatekeeper. So one day, Mordecai gets to hear Haman speaking about the Jews. Said, no, because now Haman used to walk past the gate, go, and then go in, go out. Then go to, and then now most of the people who were coming into, so whom Haman was meeting, these guys would bow, meaning they're giving honor to him. But when he noticed there's one man who doesn't bow to me. Because Mordecai was a man of God, and he knew what he was doing. So when someone comes and reports to Haman, they're like, no, musajja ali ku gate oyo
tabikola
oyo nga tabikola. And Haman and the Bible said Haman grew with hunger. Like, how come this guy doesn't bow to me when I'm passing? So he makes a decree and say, you know what, I think we need to try as much as possible. Because it was next to the king, King Xerxes. He said, let us wipe out all the Jews. Because these guys are not bowing to me.
And
then the Lord did something that was so like the Lord made sure what his name, Mordecai, got to know. And Mordecai spoke to Esther, and Esther was the wife to the king. Now, one of the wives to the king. Now, what happened? Esther says, you know what? This guy wants to do away with us. Let me take it to God.
So they do a fasting. That is
so he decreed and told them, consecrate yourself for 3 days. God will make a way for us. And after the 3rd day, I'll go and face the king. Because it wasn't just like how we are now, that women just walk into our presence and get today.
It was a program.
It was you pre-planned. You pre-planned, because the king was not just any other king. That
he has a lot on plates. A lot.
This lady said, "Can't see where to get." Cut a long story short, the king gave her audience, and he said, "You know what?" And the king posed a very nice question. What do you want me to do for you?
They should go and read the Bible. Information.
So fast forward.
Do Esther fast.
Gankola Esther fast. Now on the 3rd day at about 2 a.m., the Lord spoke to me. Nangamba Morris, I have sent my servant to come and give you my information that you take care of my cancer patients. And I want what you're going to do, just like the other person had said, that you're going to take care of the women and the children. The men will be there, but the women and children was specific. I was like, okay, so women, children, what is this? So the Lord told me, yes, I've sent my servant to inform you. So now, go and take care of my people. And there I was, confused. Now I'm going, now I need to be out of Cancer Charity Foundation and see how best I can stand on my own. But the word was, I'll be with you. I'll be with you. Just like he told King Jehoshaphat, that don't fear, I will fight your battles. Nangamba will be with you. Ningamba, Kale, no problem.
Okay,
Let's go. That very morning, I woke up, I was excited, but also the fear where do I start?
You know, one of the hardest things is to start.
Exactly. I
start with yourself.
And I thought, and I was like, Mukama, this thing is grave, it's big. What should I do? So I told myself, go. So I went to URSB, Uganda Service Registration Bureau, something of this sort. URSB. I gave it my list of names. I'm like, check out these names. And guess what? One of the names that I put there was Faith Cancer Foundation. Because it was out of faith that I obeyed. He'll never go back. All the three names never go back. Nigamba take a denkozentia. I think the guy, one of my key persons said, no, look for a simple name. Nigamba, okay. Now which name should I put? Then I remembered my nickname. Nigamba, anyway, can't sule you can we quarter you, we bless the Lord. So at high school they used to call me Momo. Like every Morris person is called Momo. Every Maureen is called Momo.
Yeah.
And at some point I was like,
at some point you are a Mo.
So nenjisulayo guy nampereza ka WhatsApp me nanga masebo. This name has been reserved. I'm like, wait a minute. Momo, Cancer Foundation been reserved. I'm like, I have no problem. Because I'd given them my first list, the second list was gone. They're saying no. Now the third list, when I put in my name, I'm like, so that is how Momo Cancer Foundation started. It was on the 16th of April 2019. That is how Momo started.
So here we are with Mr. Mo, and he's having a foundation called Momo Foundation, which is specifically directed to children and women, not mothers, children and women. Yeah?
But women are mothers.
Women are mothers. We have people who don't want to even give birth.
Really?
Yes. We need to pray for such women who think they don't need to have babies in their life. You see, the world is really changing, and there are those ideologies that people are getting, and they're taking the world completely off the course of the divine nature of life. But Mr. Mo is here. So, Mr. Mo, we have started with the cancer initiative. Now you've got the Cancer Foundation, and you have started. We want to say you have started. How has the journey been of this foundation?
The journey has been interesting because I started in 2019, and when we started in 2019, we had a standalone home in Chiwanga.
This side of,
yes, Boyogere Chiwanga.
Hey, so we have two Chiwangas.
Is it Boyogere? Because me, I know when I approach it from Boyogere, you slope down.
Chiwanga is this one, right?
Yes.
You might be right.
It's between Sonde and Boyogere in the center. So we started off, and we started supporting people, giving them accommodation, free accommodation, giving them free meals, transporting them to and fro from the hospital, and also doing what we call palliative care. So meaning counsel them, and yeah. So we're doing palliative care as well. And what we also do is we also go in the community, different platforms like this one that you've given me. Thank you very much. And we talk about cancer. We talk about cancer, and we try as much as possible to do medical camps. And the medical camps that we have done have really been good, been helpful. Last year, we had one in Ntungamo district at Mama Janet's constituency, to be specific, at one of the schools.
Minister of Education and Sports.
Yes. So we were there with Uganda Cancer Institute and the different other medics as well, and we thank God for people who came on board to come and support us. Like people like Path Diagnosis Center in one day gear. And then people like Roofings Uganda, they came, they gave us trees. We actually planted trees. And then also Ntungamo Health Center 3 that also came on board to also come and support us. We even after the event, we donated the remainder of the drugs, the gloves and different things to the health center. That's in Ntungamo Health Center 3. And the different people. You've asked me about the journey. The journey is interesting. What I would say is, when God calls you, He gives you an opportunity to go and explore. And you see as much as possible how best you can tag alongside with different people. Yeah. Because I remember, fast forward in 2019, 2020, that's when COVID came in. It hit. And we were locked out for 2 years. 2 years. At some point, actually, I thank God. God always warns me at certain point X. Now, 2020, I think it was around February, that's when we had some guests from Australia who had visit. Fiona, Brian, and Castro, their son, that just visited us. And at that point, we had about 10 patients who had stayed with us. So what happened? These 10 patients got done with their medical cycle, and they started going, because normally after 3 months, you first go back home, then you come back. So that all of them had gotten a break. So when they got a break like this, and then I think around 18 is there, and actually my guest left on the 17th. On the 18th, that's when they locked the country. And I thank God that He always communicates to me when something is going to happen. They locked the country, and we had no patient at the center. And that's when there were restricted movements. You're either inside the hospital or you out. Or you have to get those stickers. Remember the sticker that you have to put on your car, meaning you're an essential worker and you have to move around.
And that was the ID for that time.
And at that time, we used to just hire cars to come and transport people to the hospital.
So they have to be going for reviews, and those kind of things.
So these guys, we had also sent back the cars and what have you, and it was comfortable, a bit comfortable, but not so much on pressure, to make sure you're getting food for these people, make sure you're doing this, you're doing that. But of course, it was a disadvantage for us because we had planned at that time to have one of the international artists, Donnie McLaughlin, who had actually had who actually has a history with cancer.
Yeah, he does.
Like the cancer affected his throat.
He still sings, or he
sings. When the anointing of God is on you,
yes.
So Donnie McLaughlin is such a blessing because he keeps speaking about this, and also God has worked through him to see that he gives a message of hope to the people. And he had actually been battling this. So we were planning to bring him to Uganda to see how best he can encourage the people who are suffering from cancer. So we had talked to Cricket Oval Lugogo, and they were excited to host the international artist. We had gone to Miracle Center and done some background check on, because Miracle Center had hosted him sometime. So we had done some background check with the pastor Arthur Samba, and he had given us a background of the artist. So we were conversant that we were going to do this. But of course, there are also other artists that God has actually worked through them, like Darlene Chegg. She's also another person who is
also part of it.
She's a survivor. She's a cancer survivor.
How come I didn't know all these things?
She had breast cancer.
Ndiro ndawa.
Toli mu sector. Kwa obera mu sector mukama kubikulira ebintu ebiriyo.
Guys who don't know Darren, it's called Darren
Darlene Check.
Darren Check. She's the one that did the Hill songs. Yes. Abantu abasinga ze mumanyi. Even this Donny is one of the musicians abali mu nyimbo ezo enyimbo ezatuleta into Christianity.
Yeah.
So it is a surprise nti ekyo mbadde sikimanyi.
They movie actors. They are there. There's a guy, what is his name? His name is so long, I think he's a Russian or something. He has acted Expendable he's a tall guy. What is it? Expendable of Sylvester Stallone.
Dolph Lundgren.
Thank you. He's also a cancer person. But God is also taking him through the process of healing.
He is healing.
And
no wonder now he's not too much.
Yeah, he's not so much into acting and stuff like that. But yeah, so the journey started from there and being interesting because now cancer has come. Sorry, the lockdown, COVID has come in. We have been closed out. So then fast forward, Mukama nakola ki? Nagamba manyi tugenda kola gundi. We have to change strategy again.
Kati, just to chip in there, the reason why we are here is to make sure we give an awareness of cancer to the people. But again, the foundations are moving, especially now your foundation, the Momo Foundation. How is the support system? Do you have people that are supporting the system? Bogamba nti kati bano betulina abo mu supporting your foundation yeno to help the people that are suffering from cancer and giving them physical needs, giving them advice and counseling. Like, do you have those people?
Thank you. I would say yes and yeah. I would say yes and then no.
It's
reason being, ever since that COVID period,
the pandemic,
people have been struggling. Some people are trying to get their footing. People have lost businesses. People have lost families due to COVID. Like many things have happened.
A lot of things have happened.
Like I said, God is such an amazing person that he will try as much as possible
to bring someone
to get a substitute when certain things happen.
Yes.
Yes, you on Buzanti, do we have people who support us? What is the support system and stuff like that? One of the key things that we do as Momo Cancer Foundation, one, we decided this time round to partner with people, do a collaborations, and see how best can we continue with this ministry. Like I said, we changed the strategy a bit because of that because of the pandemic. How did we change the strategy? We don't house people now like how we used to do.
We don't shelter
them. Now what we do, we support the cancer patients from where they are. Not again.
By where they are?
You mean their homes.
Their residential homes.
Yes, because one, like I told you, that God exposed us to a level which was good for us, that we had people who were at Uganda Cancer Institute. We had, each time we went for medical camps and stuff like that, we identify other people within the community, because we do community outreach. So we identify people within the community. Now for them, they have shelter. Now most cases they need medicine, and some cases they need food, and some cases they need money to keep them going. So we support them from where they are. Who are our supporters? One, we have individual people who come because they hear our stories and they're like, we do that. Two, we have people who are like that, who give us something to like some of them are like
a contribution.
The contributions are like a one-off. Some of them have it consistently. They say, that is one. Two, we are also now venturing now into what we call sustainability plans, whereby we want to get land where we do agriculture on it. We have this food that can help us give directly to the cancer patients, and then also some of the excess food can be sold, and we realize income from that that can help us support the cancer patients. How? Because apart from just food, there's need for medicine. Apart from medicine, there is need to take these people to the hospital. Transportation. Mukama yatu blessing anti I have a van. Like with me and my wife, we sat down and said, "Man, let us have a van that we can do multi-purpose. Use it as home, we use it as ministry." So when time comes, we transport people to the hospital and back from their homes. Now, if there is need for faster movement because of jam, we get a border guy to take this person to the hospital.
Wow.
So that is that's what we are doing for now. And then of course we also do events. We do events, the fundraising events. We come up with the concept, the two-color events, and when people come on board, people who come and pay for entry fees and stuff like that, and then they pledge.
Yes.
We also get that money that also helps us run.
Yes. So viewers watching out there, you can notice that Momo Foundation is doing a lot in the community. We need it, you need it, everyone needs it. So I have two questions before we wind up. One of the question is, you mentioned about events. Do you have any event that is coming up, and how do we subscribe to this event? And another question would be, in case the formation of contribution comes in, how do you run it? How are we going to run it? Because people are there will need to hear from you. As we wind up, you give them the phone number. But we need to know the contributions. Are they allowed to be like anyone can send anonymously, or they have to be coming to their offices where they have to put the money? Then the last one I'll ask, teaser. It will so let's start with those two. The first one is, you said you have events programs.
Yes.
So do you have any events program? Because I understand when you talk about cancer, there's a certain month that we put cancer into recognition. Pass us through that.
Okay.
And which month is that before we actually start?
Thank you very much. Cancer is all spread out by in the months of of the year. It's all spread out. I'll give you key days. 4th of February. It's normally International Day for Cancer. 4th of Feb.
4th of Feb. Okay.
And then 2 October. The whole of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
October of every year.
Yes. And then what you want a prostate cancer for men, it's November.
Okay.
Now, for us, most cases, we do our events mostly towards specifics. Of course, we have so many other cancer-related other activities. I'll give an example, like the Rotary Cancer Run, which we also subscribe to. It's normally in August, but I think this year around, I'm not so sure whether they will have it because of Ebola and what have you. I don't know how they're planning to have these things happen. But one of the activities that for us as Momo have, alongside other two partners, that is Eric Cancer Initiative and Path Diagnostics Limited Center in Wandegea. We are planning on the 30th of October. We have one. Since it's a breast cancer month, we are going to have what is it called? We're going to have awarenesses actually from September. From September, in case someone wants any information about breast cancer, stuff like that, screening, whatever. We have a spot. We have past diagnosis is in one day here, and we shall be doing screening. We shall be doing screening, and then come October, we shall be on the 30th. We shall be at National Theatre, and at National Theatre, we shall have the breast cancer screening and also information.
That is in September.
No, that's October.
October, okay.
Yes, and then in the evening we shall have a dinner, and the dinner. Who are the people that are really coming for the dinner? One, our supporters.
Okay.
Two, the cancer patients.
Okay.
Three, the partners. Four, the cancer caregivers. There are the cancer caregivers of two categories. There are those cancer caregivers whose patients passed on.
Okay.
You're getting?
Okay.
Whose patient passed on. And then there's that cancer caregiver whose patient is still on. Is still alive. So now they will have to come with that cancer patient.
Okay.
And then we shall have the cancer survivors, the breast cancer survivors, because that is their day.
Those are the ones you speak about, the ones that have certificates that they have healed, or those ones who are those survivors?
Yeah, the survivors are people who have already been declared.
And they get certificates.
Yeah, of course, for them, they are given certificates from the hospital that have been declared cancer free.
Okay.
Some of them might not have the certificate, some of them might have. So we have these people who are going to be part of this. So when you talk about if you talked about how do they give? One, we have an office in Ntinda, Semawata Road.
Semawata Road is where is
Ntinda.
Where is Semawata Road?
You see when you see the former Tuskies.
Yes.
Which is now called Frame Supermarket.
Yes, Frame.
Now, opposite it, there's a road that slopes down. And it connects you to that market of Ntinda Stretcher Market at the traffic lights. So our office is around there.
Okay.
That is one. Two, they can also still reach us you can still give us a call on our numbers. Then you ask all the questions that you want to ask. Either you want support.
I think we shall use that opportunity to ask you to give us those numbers, just to spread the name. What numbers are we talking about? Numbers they can call to if you want to reach to Momo Foundation.
Yes.
Which numbers?
0705
0705
744
744
370.
370. That is
0705 744
744
370.
370.
Then 0772
772
32
32
24
24
99.
Yes, so those are the numbers down there that we can use to contribute to this cause. One thing that we need to understand, no one is cancer free in their families. You can wake up one day and your child is. You can wake up one day and your cousin, your father, your parent is. So, tobeereeyo n'ogamba afe waffe tetunnakafuna nibawuliza nga mbatuuseeko. You have no monopoly over this. Saawa yonna bwekanga wooli katandikanga kabwa ogenda olaba nga kabwa kakufukidde ekizibu. Unfortunately, yesterday we lost someone in this village.
Sure.
Yes, we have a Sonde native who just died of cancer. It started as a small kawundu. Omukono ne guzimba. The next thing we know, we declared him dead. Omusajja yafudde era jjo vigil yabaddeyo eri ewaabwe wa taata we. That guy has been a bursar at Sure Start.
Sure Start. Yes, I know that school.
Yes, the guy has just died. And so ebintu bibanga byakusaaga is just a young boy my age, young man my age. I know mwana wo n'omukyala. They have just started to be happy and things like that happen. So no one tobeereeyo n'ogamba nze ndi okay. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So when we talk about a cause, again, let us all push ourselves to it to contribute. Let us all put ourselves to see that things happen. We're going to have another day towards that day of the cancer month, and then we have more discussions about this. So far, time has gone, but I have one question. It's literally to connect with insurance, yeah, and cancer. Do we have insurance for cancer, like medical insurance where people pay that kind of thing? If I have not had that in my life, I don't know if it's there, but I want to ask, is there a possibility that if there is a foundation, like Momo Foundation, because me, I'm one of the people that understand, or I believe, tesobola kudduka cancer. Oyinza okuba gwe tomulina naye someone behind you ng'amulina, okitegeera. Is there a way people can have what we call insurance plans in cancer foundations? Is that government free? Does the government put maybe like facilitation or a soft landing for a policy like that, where someone can say, I am giving this cause for the people who are in cancer. In case I also get a problem like that, I easily have a safe landing. Just like you said, nti omuntu ali oba musudde taliiko amukwatako, muntu mukulu is the one looking for the medication. Now come out kitanda. I don't know if you understand the question I'm trying to ask you. Do you get the question I'm asking?
Insurance for cancer. I've not really heard about the insurance for cancer.
Yes, I have never.
I've not really heard it.
And yet these things are really happening. The world is facing cancer issues to a way that you can't explain. Recently, I was watching one of my most talented artists in USA. She went back to her hometown. She's called Brandy. And everyone is like, what happened to Brandy?
She has lost weight.
She has lost weight. Everyone is worried for her.
But was it cancer?
I don't know, because she can't tell us.
But you see, people have lost weight. before I gave my life to Christ, I was a fan to such artists.
Oh,
including.
So what are you trying to say?
What am I trying to say? They are still my friends. They are still my friends. Now what happened is I was a fan to one of the favorite ladies, Celine Dion.
Celine.
That Celine, I would wake up Celine Dion. I would time Love at 11 on what's that called?
This guy
on Sanyu FM. Love at 11, and one of my favorite presenters was Belinda. That she would play. I knew she would play
those songs.
I would time Radio 1.
You know the time.
With RS Elvis on
Sunday.
And the guy would play those songs, and I'll be like, "You're going to heavens." And then I'll be playing KFM. Sorry, it has been closed, but we hope one day they'll open up.
They will open up.
And these guys will just play those love songs on a Sunday. And I'm like, wow. But what am I trying to say? Celine as well has also lost weight. When you look at Celine of the 90s and now, there's a very big difference. But we keep praying for the best.
Okay, so
we don't know whether because they keep giving us different the diagnosis and stuff like that. That this